everyone. In all honesty, joining this program is one of the best decisions I ever made in my life. To understand how much this internship changed me, you need to know one thing about who I used to be. I was a planner, a serious planner. I lived by schedules, jotting my tasks down in a calendar, and created backup plans for my backup plans. If something didn't go the way I expected, I felt it immediately. The feelings of frustration, that sense of losing control. Maybe this fixation with control came with the fact I'm the eldest daughter who was forced to grow up at a young age. Or maybe it was because I just disliked change with a passion. So I thought being rigid made me responsible and strong. Then came the day that completely unwrapped that belief. At Project Citizenship, I was assigned to help with an in-office naturalization workshop. My role was simple: do volunteer and client check-in. That's it, a small corner of a very large operation. And I was ready, of course. I had my list of volunteers and clients, and even a greeting script written in my head. Everything was neat and predictable. But the moment the doors opened, as people came in, my plan completely walked out. We were short on staff, people were lining up, walk-ins were arriving, a staff attorney needed help, someone needed a translator. We were falling behind with screenings. And suddenly, everyone was looking around for whoever could step in. There was no plan for this. Definitely not my plan. And for a split second, I felt that old panic rise. The part of me that wanted to freeze because this wasn't what I prepared for. But then something surprising happened. I stepped out from behind the check-in table and started doing whatever was needed. I screened clients, I translated, I guided and assisted walk-ins, I supported an attorney. I floated between stations like someone who had done this 100 times before, even though I hadn't. If anything, that was my first in-office workshop. There was no script, no schedule, no perfect structure, just people who needed help. And instead of feeling overwhelmed, I felt steady and capable. I realized something important that day. Rigidity isn't strength. Adaptability is. I learned that I shouldn't fall apart when things don't go according to plan. Instead, I need to grow, respond, and rise to the moment. And I realized that sometimes the best version of me shows up when the plan disappears entirely. Project Citizenship didn't just teach me how to support clients. It taught me how to trust myself and to have confidence in my abilities, how to lead even when the path isn't mapped out. I walked into that workshop as someone who needed control. I walked out as someone who discovered she didn't need control to make an impact. And that shift, learning to embrace the unexpected, is a story I'll carry with me long after this internship ends, especially in a world where plans often change. Things aren't the same as they were 50 years ago. That's the beauty of life, and I'm happy to say that it's a skill I learned early on, which also was not part of the plan. Thank you.